Hey guys, what's Chris Taco here, and welcome to the channel, and thanks for tuning in. Well, today guys, we're finally doing the mod so many of you have recommended and asked me to do over this past year, and that is doing the chrome deletion for the turn signals on my Tacoma. Let's get into it. So I will say one thing about these turn signals, guys. There are a ton of companies that provide these. There's ones on Amazon, there's ones on Tacoma Lifestyle, Tacoma Beast. The majority of the I'd say modifications and parts that I do get from my Tacoma, I typically get from Tacoma Beast, and it's not because I get things for free or I get a discount code or anything like that. It's mainly just because I've ordered several things from them in the past, and shipping's always pretty quick, and I've never had anything fail me or not work. So let's get into the actual install. So on this part, guys, as you're removing the cap from your side mirror, take your time just kind of going from side to side. Don't just rip on one corner, because as you can see, there are several tabs holding this in. However, it's going to make a lot of creaking and cracking noises, and it's going to sound like it's breaking. Just gently pry, like I said, in an even pattern, and it will eventually pop off. Next, we're going to remove the Phillips head screws that are holding in the current signals. And then once that's done, we're going to undo the wiring that's kind of attached to a little harness area, and then we're going to unplug it. And to be quite honest, guys, out of all the modifications I've done to my Tacoma, this one was probably the simplest. The hardest and most difficult part was honestly just removing the caps from the side mirrors. So once you guys have removed those, I just went ahead, and dusted off everything. There's some cobwebs and dust that gets in there, but not a must do. And then we're going to go ahead and plug these in, and we're going to go ahead and slide them in, and then we're going to screw back in and then slide the cap right back on top. And there's these little foam pieces you can kind of see that are around the signals. You want to make sure that those are just nice and nestled into the cavity and the lower portion of the frame for the side mirror, and then making sure that the lid or the cap goes on top of it as well, to ensure a nice seal fit to keep water, debris, and dust from getting into the wiring harness area of the side mirror. And these ones, guys, for those of you who are curious, these are the smoked turn signals. They make several different types. They make clear, they make completely black, but I feel like the smoke signal looked really sharp, and it kind of broke up the glossy black look from the cap on the side mirror, as well as the matte black portion, that plastic trim piece that kind of rides underneath, that swivels the side mirror from side to side if you need to close it. And then we're just going to repeat the same exact process on the driver's side. Once that's completed, guys, it's going to be done. What do you guys think? All right, guys, so I have a confession. You were right. It's funny, when you're modifying your vehicle and you're making changes to it, and you think you've got everything figured out, or you think that everything's dialed in, is when you find out that it's just not, or you're just missing just a little something. And that's one of the things I love about the Tacoma, is that, one, it's a lot of fun to modify and change and kind of customize to make it to the way you want it to look. But there's so many different ways you can make a truck look. I have obviously one with more of a blacked out version and kind of like that blacked out look for my Tacoma, but there's people that are doing all different types of builds. And one of the things a lot of you guys said to me was, hey, when are you going to do the chrome delete on your side mirrors? And I never really thought about it a whole lot, and here's why. In the headlights, there's chrome. Obviously, in my taillights, there was chrome, and I eventually went with the Alpha Rex lights, which a lot of you are already aware of. Absolutely love these lights. I think they look fantastic, and they just look really good on the truck. Like, Alpha Rex just did a fantastic job. But I wasn't super worried about doing the turn signals just yet. Now, I got these from Tacoma Beast, and the reason I got them from Tacoma Beast, and trust me when I say this, a lot of companies just rebrand items and they sell them under different names, and it's really the same item. However, I know people buy them on Amazon all the time, and I'm not saying if you buy these on Amazon, you're getting a bad product or you're getting a ripped off product. But for me, I buy a lot of my stuff from Tacoma Beast, not because I'm sponsored by them, not because I have a discount code, not because I think they're necessarily the best ones, but I just have had really good luck in the essence. I've never had a problem with ordering a product from them. So even though these may cost a little bit more than one just you find on Amazon, at least I know they came from a reputable source. And if I have any issues, I really think Tacoma Beast would stand behind their product. So I got those and I've been super happy with them. And you guys were right. That was something that I really should have done a long time ago. And it wasn't like I was stalling on purpose. It wasn't on the top of my priority list just because it didn't bother me that much, because once again, I had some chrome in the headlights and I feel like it kind of tied in with the side mirrors. However, now, having done them, I can honestly say, wow, I was really selling myself short by not doing those a lot sooner. However, they're done now and super happy with them. And I think they look absolutely stunning. And I think they look great. And I love the sequential, mode they go in with the headlights. And overall, guys, an absolute win, an absolute must have. And because at the end of the day, whether you're looking to black out your Tacoma, like if you have a white Tacoma, I think those would look absolutely awesome. Luna Rock, just almost anything. I mean, there are some, like if you have a, I don't know, like the Celestial Silver, maybe you could pull a little bit more chrome in and it won't look, as distasteful, in my opinion. I know some people love chrome and they just think it's the greatest thing, and the more chrome, the merrier. And if that's what you like, then you roll with it, you rock it, you do your thing. But man, yeah, these things are awesome. They look so much better on the truck than I thought they were even gonna look. And once again, wish I would have done them sooner, but glad I did it when I did it. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the install. And like I said, it's been a long time coming. You guys were right. And these things have been out for a long time, but there's still people out there. I mean, I was one of them that still haven't made the upgrade, that still hadn't, done this. And well worth it, in my opinion, for a very minimal cost for how much some of these mods can cost on your truck. All right, guys, until the next one, I'll be talking to you soon. See ya.